With the 2025 regular season ramping up, preparation during the offseason matters. It sets the stage for the next contender to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Here at TPS, we're reporting on the best and worst signings of this offseason. So with that, we got all 32 NFL teams' best and worst free agent signings of the offseason in 2025. Arizona Cardinals best, signing Josh Sweat. Sweat reunites with Jonathan Gannon, who witnessed Sweat's breakout season in 2022. Sweat will boost the Cardinals' defense, ranked 31st per Pro Football Focus, and increase competition in the NFC West. Arizona Cardinals worst, re-signing LJ Collier. Collier re-signed with the Cardinals on a one-year $3 million deal, even though he struggled in 2024. Collier provides depth at the linebacker position, which is admittedly thin. The Redbirds may have been better served by spending money on guys who actually performed against the run. Atlanta Falcons best, signing Leonard Floyd. Floyd is an experienced veteran linebacker who helped the Rams win Super Bowl 56. He's joining a Falcons unit ranked 23rd overall in 2024. His leadership should improve the pass rush. His familiarity with head coach Raheem Morris, who was defensive coordinator of the 2021 Rams, makes this a pretty good move. Atlanta Falcons worst, signing Divine Diablo. The Falcons are taking a gamble on Diablo, signing a 2-year, $14 million deal. Diablo missed the second half of the 2022 season to a forearm injury and only has 2 sacks and 2 fumble recoveries in his career. Not the best investment, considering there are more talented linebackers available. Baltimore Ravens best, re-signing Ronnie Stanley. The Ravens' mission? Retain their offensive line, including re-signing Ronnie Stanley. Stanley played in all 17 games for the Ravens in 2024, allowing only 2 sacks. Stanley is worth the investment and is one of the best offensive linemen the Ravens ever have had. He made his second Pro Bowl in 2024, providing great protection for Lamar Jackson. Baltimore Ravens worst, signing DeAndre Hopkins. The Ravens signed Hopkins to a small one-year $5 million deal. They could have signed younger talent for similar money. Hopkins played a significant role in the Chiefs' Super Bowl 59 run, but he'll be 33 at season kickoff. Hopkins is just not the game changer from his Texans and Cardinals days. Buffalo Bills best, signing Joey Bosa. Bosa signed a one-year $12.6 million deal with the Bills, a solid deal to improve the pass rush. They finished 39 sacks and 17th in total defense in 2024. Injuries aside, Bosa should adjust to the Bills' defensive scheme very nicely. Buffalo Bills worst, signing Josh Palmer. The Bills signed Palmer to a 3-year deal, but he's not a 1,000-yard wide receiver. In his best statistical season in 2022, he caught 72 receptions for 769 yards, scored 3 touchdowns with the Chargers, and that was it. Palmer is not a Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver, but he should help Josh Allen in the passing attack. Carolina Panthers best, signing Trayvon Merrick. Merrick signed a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Panthers. The Panthers' abysmal defense couldn't get anything going. Merrick is not a Pro Bowler, but provides stability at the secondary and will work with Mike Jackson and Pro Bowler J.C. Horn. Carolina Panthers worst, signing Tershawn Wharton. Wharton may have been a part of the Chiefs' back-to-back Super Bowl victories in 2022 and 2023, but he is not a starter. He played 72 games, started in 13. Wharton was used for depth with the Chiefs and needs to help stop the run with the Panthers in 2025. But we'll see. Chicago Bears best, trading for Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson. The Bears had the NFL's worst offensive line in 2024. Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times. The Bears traded for Pro Bowl lineman Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson from the Chiefs and Rams. Thuney had protected Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, while Jackson has protected Matthew Stafford. Thuney and Jackson will give Williams well-needed protection against the league's defenses. Chicago Bears worst, signing Dayo Odeyingbo. Odeyingbo signed a 3-year, $48 million deal with the Bears in order to bolster their defense, led by Montez Sweat. The move is questionable, as Odeyingbo isn't the most productive defensive end. Odeyingbo's best season in 2023 was the Indianapolis Colts, where he had 8 sacks. Cincinnati Bengals best, re-signing T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. The Bengals franchise-tagged Higgins and then decided to break out the wallet and sign him with a 4-year, $115 million extension. The Bengals also signed Jamar Chase to a 4-year, $161 million extension. Keeping Higgins and Chase will keep Joe Burrow very happy and the offense competitive. Cincinnati Bengals worst, re-signing Mike Gesicki. Although re-signing Gesicki sounds good, the Bengals could have invested in defensive talent. Prioritizing key offense talent is very essential, but bringing in and developing defensive talent is very important too. The Bengals ranked 25th in defense in 2024 and should retain Trey Hendrickson. Cleveland Browns best, re-signing Myles Garrett. Despite Garrett wanting to get traded, the Browns offered the star defensive end a 4-year, $160 million extension. Like Joe Thomas, Garrett put it all on the field throughout. Let's just hope the Browns can move past their quarterback drama for a fresh season, with Garrett leading on defense. Cleveland Browns worst, trading for Kenny Pickett. Speaking of quarterback drama, the Browns traded Dorian Thompson-Robinson to the Philadelphia Eagles for Kenny Pickett and a 5th-round draft pick. The Browns need a quarterback with Deshaun Watson likely out for the season due to re-aggravating his Achilles. Pickett is not a great starting quarterback and was Jalen Hurts' backup in 2024. So the starting quarterback job is open and Pickett needs to play well. Dallas Cowboys best, signing Dante Fowler Jr. Fowler Jr. signed a 1-year deal returning to the Cowboys after finishing 2024 with 10.5 sacks with the Washington Commanders. Fowler Jr. bolsters the Cowboys' pass rush and defensive line. This should really help the Cowboys turn things around in 2025. Dallas Cowboys worst, signing Javonte Williams. Williams signed a 1-year, $3.5 million deal with the Cowboys this offseason, hoping that he'll replicate Rico Dowdle's production. Unfortunately, they didn't keep Dowdle, who rushed for over 1,000 yards. Williams' best season statistically was in 2021, rushing for 903 yards with the Broncos. Honestly, the Cowboys could have just focused elsewhere. Denver Broncos best, signing Evan Ingram. The Broncos signed Ingram to a 2-year, $23 million deal, providing Bo Nix another pass catcher and the team's first offensive threat at the position, ever since they traded Noah Fant. Denver Broncos worst, signing Talanoa Hufanga. Hufanga signed a 3-year, $45 million deal with the Broncos after 4 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. Hufanga has not been the most productive safety due to injuries, but he can be impactful if he manages to stay healthy. Detroit Lions best, signing DJ Reed. The Lions lost Carlton Davis to the New England Patriots, but gained his replacement for a bargain with DJ Reed, a solid, younger corner who brings physicality to the secondary. Detroit Lions worst, releasing Zadarius Smith. Though Smith's time in the Motor City was short, he played a significant role on defense, filling in for key players out with injuries. Releasing and not re-signing him was a big mistake. Smith provided veteran leadership, had 12 tackles, and 4 sacks as a Lion. Green Bay Packers best, signing Mecole Hardman. Hardman, remembered for catching the Chiefs' game-winning touchdown Super Bowl 58 catch, signed with the Packers to a 1-year deal. Though Hardman is not a Pro Bowl caliber receiver, he still adds depth, speed, and stability at the position, and should be great with kick returns. Green Bay Packers worst, signing Nate Hobbs. Hobbs' 4-year, $48 million Packers deal reunites him with former Raiders teammate Josh Jacobs. Hobbs missed 6 of the last 8 games of the season of 2024 with an ankle injury and illness. Hobbs hasn't played all 17 games in a season, yet still signed a massive contract. That is pretty dang risky. Houston Texans best, trading Kirk Cousins. With Tank Dell potentially out for the 2025 season, the Texans needed to bring in another wideout. Kirk was traded from the Jaguars to the Texans for a 2026 6th-round pick. Kirk is reliable, talented, and complementary to Nico Collins in the passing attack. Houston Texans worst, signing Cam Robinson. The Texans traded Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders and signed Robinson to a 1-year, $12 million deal. Although improving the offensive line is important, Robinson allowed 7 sacks and allowed the 3rd highest pass pressure rate among left tackles in 2024. Indianapolis Colts best, signing Charvarius Ward. The Colts signed Ward to a 3-year, $54 million deal, bringing championship and Pro Bowl experience to the team's secondary. Ward should work well with the Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Indianapolis Colts worst, signing Daniel Jones. Jones signed a 1-year deal. He and Anthony Richardson, who struggled in 2024, now have an opportunity to prove themselves as starting quarterbacks. If Jones wins the starting job, will he be able to resurrect the Colts? I mean, he failed to help the Giants due to poor coaching and dreadful offense, but still not holding my breath. Jacksonville Jaguars best, signing Jordan Lewis. Lewis signed a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Jaguars after spending his first 8 seasons with the Cowboys. Lewis brings veteran leadership to the secondary and only allowed 1 touchdown during 2024. Jacksonville Jaguars worst, releasing Evan Ingram. Ingram suffered a hamstring injury in 2024, played 9 games, and scored a touchdown. The rebuilding Jaguars released Ingram, who was a reliable pass catcher for Trevor Lawrence. Kansas City Chiefs best, signing Christian Fulton. The Chiefs signed Fulton on a 2-year, $20 million deal. Fulton adds flexibility to the cornerback position, which needs more depth for 2025. Fulton should do wonders with Trent McDuffie. Kansas City Chiefs worst, trading Joe Thuney to the Bears. It was shocking to see Thuney be traded to the Bears. Thuney didn't allow a single sack in 2024 and started all 17 games. His production will be missed, especially if Patrick Mahomes needs interior offensive line protection. Las Vegas Raiders best, trading and extending Geno Smith. Reuniting Smith with his former head coach Pete Carroll may solve the Raiders' quarterback struggles. Smith provides excellent leadership and hopefully ends the losing funk. Las Vegas Raiders worst, signing Jeremy Chinn. The Silver and Black signed Chinn to 2 years, $16.5 million to improve their secondary. He's not an upgrade over Trayvon Merrick and he lacks the coverage game. However, he does have flexibility as safety and linebacker. Los Angeles Chargers best, signing Najee Harris. The Chargers signed Harris to a 1-year, $9.5 million deal. Oh yeah, talk about an upgrade at running back. He has rushed for 1,000 yards each and every year that he's he's played. Los Angeles Chargers worst, signing Trey Lance. Former 2021 first-round pick Trey Lance signed a one-year deal with the Chargers, who lost defensive tackle Poona Ford to the Rams. Honestly, they should have just used that money to extend Ford instead. Los Angeles Rams best, signing Davante Adams. Adams is a massive upgrade over Kupp, with the ability to get separation and open up more offensive schemes that head coach Sean McVay likes to run. Los Angeles Rams worst, releasing Cooper Kupp. Kupp was Matthew Stafford's trusted receiver and a cornerstone of the Super Bowl 56 victory. He could have been a valuable asset even with the decreased production. Miami Dolphins best, re-signing Tyrell Dodson. Re-signing Dodson further bolsters the Dolphins defense after half the team's starters became free agents. Dodson led the team in interceptions in 2024 and should improve in Anthony Weaver's 2025 defense. Miami Dolphins worst, signing Artie Burns. Burns signed a one-year deal with the Dolphins, but has been referred to as arguably the worst cornerback in the NFL. Due to his struggles as a Steeler, he was nicknamed Artie Gets Burned. Minnesota Vikings best, extending Byron Murphy. Murphy played a key role in Brian Flores' defense and made his first Pro Bowl. The Vikings broke out the wallet for a 3-year, $54 million deal. Murphy led the team with 6 interceptions in 2024 and will absolutely cause havoc against opposing offenses. Minnesota Vikings worst, signing Tim Jones. Jones signing with the Vikings adds depth with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Jones will in all likelihood be used on special teams. The Vikings just could have signed a backup quarterback, and in case something happens to J.J. McCarthy. New England Patriots best, signing Milton Williams. Arguably one of the biggest prizes in free agency, Williams signed a 4-year, $104 million deal with the rebuilding Patriots. Williams brings championship-caliber strength and talent to Mike Vrabel's defense. New England Patriots worst, signing Wes Schweitzer. Pat signed Schweitzer to a 1-year contract. He isn't the best offensive guard in the league, with injuries impacting field time. The Patriots' offensive line has been a disaster, and this does not help it in any way. New Orleans Saints best, bringing back Brandon Cooks. The Saints reuniting with Cooks for 2025. They are looking to bolster their receiver room after many went down with injuries in 2024. Cooks brings that leadership and skill set that the Saints offense desperately needs. New Orleans Saints worst, re-signing Chase Young. Young returns to the Big Easy with a 3-year, $53 million deal, but he hasn't had a double-digit sack season in the NFL. The Saints have had trouble retaining defensive ends outside of Cameron Jordan. New York Giants best, signing Javon Holland. Goodbye South Beach, hello Big Apple. Holland signed a 3-year deal worth $45.3 million. Holland will definitely boost the Giants secondary and has the potential to become a top-tier safety. New York Giants worst, signing Jameis Winston. Winston has shown that he is a reliable backup quarterback, but they may have overpaid given the Giants' signing of Russell Wilson. New York Jets best, signing Justin Fields. Okay, hear us out. Fields is a great addition to the Jets offense, bringing athleticism and ability to rush the ball against opponents to a Jets team that has struggled for years. New York Jets worst, signing Brandon Stevens. The Jets signed Stevens to a 3-year, $36 million deal, but the team may have overpaid for his services when they could have used the money somewhere else. Philadelphia Eagles best, signing Harrison Bryant. Bryant is a versatile tight end who joins an Eagles lineup with Dallas Goedert making a pretty scary duo on offense. Bryant didn't do much with the Raiders with Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer on the roster, so hopefully Bryant makes the most of his Eagles tenure. Philadelphia Eagles worst, signing Kendall Lamb. The Eagles signed Lamb hoping that he would replicate Fred Johnson's production. However, Lamb dealt with a back injury in 2024 and plays poorly whenever a starter misses time, forcing an inexperienced player onto the field very early. Pittsburgh Steelers best, trading for DK Metcalf. Metcalf joining the Steelers receiver room is a massive upgrade. Metcalf brings a strong veteran presence and can open the passing attack to new possibilities. Pittsburgh Steelers worst, signing Malik Harrison. Harrison joins the Steelers after the front office let Landon Roberts go. And yet the Steelers spent more money on Harrison, who isn't nearly as reliable as Roberts. Just why? San Francisco 49ers best, signing DeMarcus Robinson. Robinson has proven to be one of the league's most reliable receivers, all thanks to his ability to beat man coverage. Robinson addresses a need created by Deebo Samuel's departure and Brandon Ayuk's injury recovery. San Francisco 49ers worst, signing Luke Farnell. Farnell signed a 3-year, $20.25 million deal with the 49ers. In Jacksonville, he never scored any touchdowns. The 49ers also re-signed Kyle Juszczyk, making Farnell's signing absolutely unnecessary. Seattle Seahawks best, signing Sam Darnold. The Seahawks traded Geno Smith to the Raiders and signed Darnold as replacement. Darnold played his best season with the Vikings and has a good shot of replicating that success with this team. Seattle Seahawks worst, signing DeMarcus Lawrence. Lawrence signed a 3-year deal with the Seahawks to bolster their defense. However, Lawrence will be 33 when 2025 kicks off and is coming off a foot sprain that kept him out for most of 2024. Tampa Bay Buccaneers best, re-signing re-signing Chris Godwin. The Bucs' priority: retain their star receiver for the 2025 season. Godwin and Mike Evans provide Baker Mayfield with all the tools the team needs for a successful passing attack. Tampa Bay Buccaneers' worst: signing Hassan Reddick. After a short stint with the Jets, Reddick signed with the Bucs for 2025. Reddick is talented, but just recorded 1 sack in 2024 due to his holdout with the Jets. We'll say, though, it was pretty dang wise for the Bucs to sign him to only a 1-year deal. Tennessee Titans' best: signing Kevin Zeitler. The Titans need to fix their offensive line, which really struggled in 2024. So the team signed Zeitler to a 1-year deal with hopes that he'll bring stability, younger player mentorship, and can help improve the quarterback situation. Tennessee Titans' worst: signing Dan Moore. Moore signed a 4-year, $82 million deal with the Titans, even though he hasn't proven that he's an elite left tackle. Moore has really struggled in the past, but had a good season in 2024. If Moore doesn't improve, then, well, the Titans could really suffer the consequences. Washington Commanders' best: re-signing Marcus Mariota. Hear us out. Mariota may not be a starting quarterback anymore, but the Commanders re-signing him is good, as he continues to mentor Jaden Daniels. He'll also be serviceable just in case Daniels suffers an injury in 2025. Washington Commanders' worst: signing Javon Kinlaw. Kinlaw joins the upstart Commanders after a season with the Jets. Although Kinlaw is talented, he has struggled with injuries and inconsistencies. Kinlaw has some pretty big shoes to fill, with Jeremy Chinn, Dante Fowler Jr., and Jonathan Allen all gone. But who do you think your favorite team's best and worst signing was this offseason? Were there any notable names that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.